everybody. Welcome back to the Royal Read. Thank you for coming by and seeing exactly what I'm reading on today. And that would be The Mirror. They always saying they got an exclusive. And so they had a so called exclusive in their paper today saying how impossible it would be for Harry and Meghan to come back from, from the loss of their Netflix deal. This is nothing but wishful thinking. Since the moment that Harry and Meghan released a statement saying they were stepping back from royal duties, these people have been rooting for them to fail. I have never saw a couple that has been plotted against, have been smeared, and who has had wishes of negative things to happen to them and for just the wish for them to fail like they have for Harry and Meghan. That is one of the reasons why I'm such a big Harry and Meghan stan. I am always for the underdog. Not saying Harry and Meghan is an underdog but they think they are. They think that they got all these newspapers and the palaces and all this, and Meghan and Harry are the underdogs. They really do. They thought they were really more powerful than they actually are because they were able to destroy and kill Diana. They thought they were going to be able to do the same thing for Harry and Meghan, and they would have if it had not been for social media. If it hadn't been for the Sussex Squad, if it hadn't been for decent people looking at the situation and saying, hey, these people are smearing this couple, and we're not okay with that. So, but this is what they wanted. They want them to be humiliated, broke, and begging. And this article is nothing more than that, that wish. Let's get into it and then we'll discuss, okay? It says exclusive. How the Mirror keeps getting all these exclusives, I have no idea. But I guess it's, with the person who, uh, from the palace, feeding them stuff that's not true. Because they don't have any kind of contact with Harry and Meghan, so how would they know? But anyway, Harry and Meghan would find it impossible to recover from blow of losing Netflix contract. Harry and Meghan signed a huge Netflix deal just a few months after the Duke and Duchess of Sussex announced that they would be stepping back as senior working royals in 2020. And that was January 2020. It's been 4 long years, and these people have done everything that they can to make this couple fail. And they want this Netflix deal to fail so bad that they just, they can't help but to show themselves, to expose themselves. Let's read on. Harry and Meghan would find it impossible to recover from a blow of losing their Netflix contract, a royal expert claimed. I wonder who that royal expert is. Probably Angela Levin or somebody feeding it to them from one of them palaces over there. The Duke and Duchess signed a massive 100 million mega deal with the streaming giant in 2020. They have no idea how much that deal was for. They just decided to tack that on, and because they have no idea. Harry never said how much their deal with Netflix Netflix was. Netflix hadn't said how much their deal was. This is made up stuff. I hope it's more. I hope it's 200 million. Anyway, we digress and let's go on. Just few months after they announced that they were stepping back from senior working role roles, the couple relocated to the U.S. and settled in Montecito, California, but have left fans disappointed with the lack of projects on Netflix. Really, Harry and Meghan they had the Harry and Meghan document. They had what is that? It's Live and Lead and Live. I think that's the name of one of it. Then they had the Invictus Game documentary. They pitched Pearl, but Netflix decided that they were pulling back on children's programming. So Pearl, did not make the cut. They're in production, and the Netflix executive said they're in production of several things. So, what do you mean? This is such ridiculous crap. We'll read on, but I don't think fans are disappointed. The duo featured in a docu-series, Harry and Meghan, which focused on their life behind the scenes. We all know that. Uh, Harry's documentary Heart of Invictus, which featured, we know that. But he also had, what is it, Live and Lead? I think that's the name of it. He had that. Um, However, the couple has faced morning speculation that their 5-year deal with which is set to be renewed next year, they on countdown mode. They on countdown mode. They want to know if that Netflix deal gonna be renewed or not. But what they don't seem to understand is Harry and Meghan knows that the Netflix deal is you know, and it's not set to be renewed anyway. It was just a 5-year deal, and then people go on and do other deals, and I'm sure that's what Harry and Meghan do. They will do. They'll go and do other deals. That's the same thing with Spotify. They tried to make that whole Spotify situation such a blow to Harry and Meghan. No, it wasn't. Was it a blow to Michelle and Barack Obama? They left Spotify. Kim Kardashian left. Kardashian left Spotify. Why can't Harry and Meghan leave Spotify? And Meghan left with all her podcasts. She took it right on out the door and took it to Lemonada, and it's been really, really doing well on all platforms. They don't talk about that though. It's ridiculous. These people are ridiculous. And Harry and Meghan left Spotify because they didn't like what was going on at Spotify. And so did the Obamas. So did Kim Kardashian. It's a lot of other people left. Spotify is actually circling the drain in a lot of ways. So, and plus her podcast could only be viewed on Spotify. So when she left Spotify and went to Lemonada, it can be viewed on all the platforms, Apple, all of them. but that's supposed to be some kind of failure. That's some kind of loss. Miss me with this. Miss me with this. Okay, let's read on. Uh, However, the couple has faced. I read that, and they was talking about that it's up for renewal. It's not up for renewal. It's up for negotiations. If it's if Netflix wants to negotiate and extend it, then Harry and Meghan will negotiate it, and if it's something feasible for them, they'll extend it. Or they'll take it and go somewhere else, like they did with Spotify. Why is it other people have the liberty to be flexible and nimble, and but Harry and Meghan cannot within their career? Anytime that they decide to leave, or something is not a right fit, or the company may say that Harry and Meghan is not a right fit, why are they not allowed to do that? It was it's just like that whole thing with their with their charity, Archwell. That was just a paper miss, you know, every the check went what happened was they actually sent the check in, but it had to do um with the government of California is the one that misdirected it, or somehow it was not accredited to their account. But yet and still, they wanted to make a big thing. I saw Paris Hilton. When I tell you that thumb head man makes me sick. Every time I see him, I want to give him a bath. He looks nasty, and his attitude and who he's on the hate train for Harry and Meghan just for clicks. He is a whore for clicks. That's what he is. He's a whore for clicks. Anything that he feel that he can get a click or get any kind of traction with, he'll be on that. That's why he's been kicked off just about every platform it is to be kicked off of. Because him and Candace Owens is the only person that I can compare him to. Disgusting. And I mean, his head looked like a thumb, but yet and still he's always talking trash about Harry and Meghan. And I saw him; he was just so gleeful. He was talking about, oh, and their charitable organization was shut down. Lion. I saw him on TikTok with that crap, and I reported him. You on TikTok just saying, "Did you call the police?" No, what did he? What is that little thing they be saying? They be saying, "Did you do something?" And say, "Oh, I cannot think of it, but it's so funny." Oh, did you press charges? And pressed. That's the way I was. Did you report it? As hate speech and harassment, and pressed. I sure did. Because he needs to be kicked off again. I think he probably came back with a different you know with a different name or something like that, a different account. I don't know how he got back on there, but he was kicked off for some old underhanded crappy mess, like he was doing about Harry and Meghan and spreading lies far and wide. I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna really, really, really get in the gutter, but I will refrain myself. But that's him. And this is the same kind of people. It's no low that they won't go to try to hurt this couple that has done nothing except decide that the royal family is so evil, so toxic, so hazardous to their health that they wanted to leave. That's it. And they did so. And you know, they took their baby and they left. And I have never saw an institution or a person or anything that, does horrible things to you. And then when you speak on the horrible things that they did to you, then they want to punish you for it. That is the royal family. Because Harry and Meghan, they I saw a post today on TikTok, and this woman was talking about it's Meghan's morals and her behavior. What is her morals and what is her behavior that has caused people to feel like that they can smear her? And of course, you know me, I had to come back at her with one of my favorite comebacks, and that's Camilla. Don't talk to me about morals when you got a bed wench for a queen, a woman who went from her husband's bed to Charles' bed to Charles' sister's bed and has done nothing but lay on her back her whole life. And then you gonna tell me about uh, Megan's morals? I would never let that one go. And yeah, I was all in her comments, letting her know, long as Camilla is the queen of the United Kingdom, you can't say nothing about Megan. Megan morally, Megan was so good. They actually wanted to pay someone to lie on her. Simon Rex. Simon Rex, they offered him $75,000 just to say that he slept with Megan. And even if they did, Megan was a grown woman. She could sleep with whoever she want to. There's no telling who Kate done slept with. Why is it when a grown woman don't own her own sexuality? She could do whatever she want to, but they couldn't find anybody or anything like that. So what do? They want to pay somebody to lie. That's who you're dealing with. And then she gonna come, and comment. It's Megan's morals, and it's her morals and her behavior. What behavior? Telling the story of how people have treated you. If they want Megan to be more favorable when speaking about them, they should act better. They should behave better. They should do better. I have never saw people want people to lie to make them look better. If you want to look better, do better. But so yeah, I was all up in her comment. Just stuff like that really gets me, and stuff like this really gets me too. You want to see them fail. This Tom Quinn again. Tom Quinn from the Daily Beast. He is the royal expert, saying that if it would, they would find it impossible to recover. I doubt that. I doubt that. They said it was going to be impossible for them to make it. They even made their little funny cartoons that Harry was working at McDonald's, or he was standing outside of Buckingham Palace while Meghan was standing there waiting for him to beg one of the guards for money. Yeah, they had the little funny cartoons. Yeah, that's what they said from the beginning. They never thought Harry and Meghan was going to make it. They have predicted their downfall since 2022, since 2020. It is now 2024. They're continuing to try to do everything they can to sabotage this couple and predict their downfall. They want them humbled at the feet of King Charles and the Prince of Wales and the Princess of Wales. But who is the ones who sick with cancer? Allegedly. Allegedly. Because it is so funny to me that King Charles says that um, he has cancer. He's getting treatment, and he's running around here kissing hands and babies. No, I'm exaggerating. He's not kissing babies, but he's kissing people's hands and being around the thrones of people. Hadn't lost a pound or a hair off of his head. He's the best looking cancer patient I ever saw. And then Kate, who supposedly doesn't have cancer, she is missing. She can't be seen. Evidently, she can't even write a note to the Irish Guard because she's, getting, I don't know, they said chemotherapy. Preventive chemotherapy. Like I said, the doctors here in the States were like scratching their head. I ain't never heard of that before. You either have cancer or you don't. And she had been seen since Christmas. Now, where is the truth in this? But they so busy plotting and scheming and anticipating the downfall of Harry and Meghan. They not paying no attention to a king who said he got cancer and hadn't lost a hair off his head and looked better than he did prior to the announcement. And the Princess of Wales going missing, the one who they said that doesn't have it. But I bet you the palace answered back when they said that Kay was in Houston getting cancer treatment. Oh no, 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 she not. No, she not. Oh yes, she is. She absolutely is. One of the biggest TikTokers, raw TikTokers, said that she had been getting a lot of information that she was in Houston. They don't want it known because number one, the NHS, they don't want it known that she's left her country to go and seek the best cancer treatment it is at HD Anderson Cancer Treatment. I mean Cancer Hospital in Houston. They don't want that known. Because people that Charles went to see that had cancer, they can't do that. They have to depend on the NHS. They don't want that known. But I don't blame her. I don't blame her. She got small kids. She's young. She wants to live and see her children grow up and see her grandchildren. This has nothing to do with being a princess. This has everything to do with being a human being and a mother. Of course you want that. And why, if you have the ability and the access to the best care, why wouldn't you do that? Well, they don't want it known. And where is um, Jason not from? Texas. I think Houston, Texas. So yeah, I don't believe that. Anything that the Kensington Palace um, denies, I believe the opposite because they are liars. They are liars. They're scummy, scummy liars. And they are proving themselves to be less truthful than North Korea. So I would say even less truthful than Russia. So yeah, I believe Kate is in Houston getting cancer treatment. And it's going to come out years afterwards that yeah, that's exactly where she was. But they lied because there's so many things that they have denied before, and it actually turns out to be, yeah, yeah, it was true. Yeah, it was true. I'm so sick of them. And I'm so sick of articles like this, anticipating the downfall of a couple who did nothing but do what was right for them, not to be not to continue to live in a toxic environment around toxic people who was doing nothing but using them in order to bolster their own popularity, something that they value more. Evidently, they value that more than anything is popularity. And they saw that Megan didn't have to try, and Harry clearly did not have to try. But see, they felt before Meghan came along that although Harry was second popular to the Queen, and I really believe Harry was popular than the Queen. I believe that. But they felt that, Harry's popularity they could control because they had Harry under control. So they paired him with William and Kate when they went out on engagement. So it would get clicks, it would get eyeballs, and they could control it. And look how Charles used Harry to rehabilitate that bed wench he got up there for a queen. That's all they have ever done is use Harry. And then they would, like I said, when Megan came along, all of a sudden they was trying to control both of them. But Megan is a smart cookie. Not saying that Harry is not a smart cookie, but when you are, it's kind of like being raised in a dirty house. You don't realize that the house that you live in is dirty. It just is until you leave from outside of the house or you meet someone who has a clean house. You like, whoa, whoa, whoa. There's something going wrong at my house. I have a dirty house. And that's the way it was with Harry. It wasn't that Harry was stupid. It's that Harry did not know. He didn't know any difference until Megan came along. And that's why they knew Megan was dangerous to them because they weren't going to be able to control her. She knew better. She knew the difference. And she was gradually helping Harry's to start to see exactly what was going on and what has been going on his whole life. I feel so sorry for Harry. I really do. The tragedy of losing his mother is just huge because after he lost his mother, Harry was just something to be used, something that to be manipulated. And poor little Harry thought that they really cared for him and loved him. Do you remember in the Harry and Meghan document where Harry said, I had no idea that they would take my security. I said, they would never take my security. You know why he said that? Because he actually thought that they cared about him more than they cared about the institution, the firm. Harry believed that. And then when they snatched the security, Harry was shocked. But was Meghan? I bet not. I bet not. That's why Megan wrote the letters that said, she said, I know you don't care about Archie. I know you don't care about me, but please don't take my husband's security. She wrote them letters because she knew that they would. They would take that his security. But Harry, no, 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 no. Harry said he was shocked when the head of his security told him that they were pulling it in 2 weeks. And he had to find security. But they didn't know who they were dealing with when they were dealing with Megan. Megan came on in there, called Tyler Perry, and Tyler Perry said, I got you. I got you. And it was because Megan was black and Megan was um, um, connected. And anybody can see what they were doing to them. Yeah. And they want them to fail so bad. That is why I want them to succeed so bad. If Megan makes toe rings, nose rings, if Megan makes pickle jelly, I don't care what she makes. I'm buying it. I'm buying it. I want them to be successful. I want them to be successful because of crap like this. If they lose that Netflix deal, it would be hard for them to come back from that. Watch, watch, because they figured if they lost their security, it was going to be hard for them to come back from that. They was going to have to come back with the tail between their legs, scared that they would be killed. Charles took the security and then dropped a dime on them where their location was. Harry, Meghan, and that baby could have been killed. Charles didn't care. And then now he's talking about, I want to see my grandchildren. Well, if it had been up to you, one of them, well, everybody would have been dead. Lilibet wouldn't even be here because you took their security and then you dropped the dime on them and said, they're in Canada. They're on that island over there in Canada. Go get them. So, what they don't seem to understand is Harry is married to an American. And one thing about Americans, we know how to survive. King George thought America, when America won its independence from the British, they thought, oh well, they'll be back. King George, that's what King George said about America. They'll be back. They can't make it without us. Okay. Now we're the only superpower it is in the world. And they are just a little salty island that it rains 10 months out of the year. Okay? So hold on to that. Harry is married to an American. Just remember that. He's married to an American. He chose very well. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. Royal read, and I will be back next time. And if you did enjoy it, let me say this, if you did enjoy it, please think about subscribing. Please hit your notification bell so you'll know when I do an upload. And I do it every day. And give me a thumbs up so that'll help me with the algorithm. All right, y'all. Bye.